welcome again to the Chakra House of Healing. Today we have a very interesting show and a fantastic guest. I have Cheryl Millett with me today, and I have just partnered up, thankfully, with the Holistic Chamber of Commerce. Please explain to us, what is the Holistic Chamber of Commerce and what does our partnership mean?
The Holistic Chamber of Commerce has been around for about 4 years. It really is about bringing together holistic-minded and holistic businesses, practitioners, professionals, and even people.
So it's like a business. It's like a business chamber of commerce for a city, but only
holistic.
Right.
So when we have this group of people come together, yes, we do have the online presence. So there's the directory. They're able to list events. We have the monthly meetings.
Right.
So the benefits are all listed in the website. We have a good vision. It's healthier people on a healthier planet.
Right.
And so forth. We encourage guests to come out so that they can see what we're more about.
That's great. That's great. And why did they bring this together? Like, why did this start? Who decided, okay, you know what, we need a holistic chamber of commerce?
That's a good question. It first started in California.
Okay.
And the idea was, first and foremost, more of a local thing. So as things start, right? They start with ourselves.
Right.
So they started a group, and it was a directory, and it was only in California. And then they started thinking, and others started saying, well, can you do that here? Can you do that here? And all of a sudden, the bigger picture started coming. They were about 1.5 years into a beta test. And now, 4.5 years later, there's 70 chapters.
That's amazing.
In North America, over 1,700 members, and they're growing daily.
And you know what that says to me? It's so interesting that means that there's so many holistic healers out there doing so much healing, doing so many good things, and yet there's so many people that don't even have a clue what holistic healing is.
And there's a good point in there, in a sense that this is the Holistic Chamber of Commerce, but there's the group of people, all the people that don't even know what it's about. There's the education piece that we'll give in when we do events together as the members. And so it's kind of trying to bring the people together with the holistic businesses.
And a lot of holistic healers don't even know about it. I mean, I found out about it sitting at a networking meeting one day, and a woman introduced herself as the president of her chapter, and I thought, Holistic Chamber of Commerce, how do I not know about this? Like, I'd never even heard about it.
Yeah. I only heard about it in March. Taking the chapter president on was sitting with it for a couple of weeks because I did want to bring holistic practitioners together.
Right.
But this just blossomed in a sense of how I was thinking. It's the hairdresser who's holistic minded and maybe using organic material, maybe not. It's the makeup artist that's using all of her own. It actually is very broad. It could be what we have just joined last week is an olive oil emporium.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah, with balsamic vinegar, just from grapes, no preservatives, and so forth. But the idea is to bring people together, so there's almost no limits to it.
That's amazing. So your chapter asked me to be a partner.
Yes.
So let's talk about what that means.
Well, partnership is where, again, it's like a collaborative coming together. Each partnership might be unique in its sense.
Right.
You have this show, so you're going to mention, and the banner's going to be on the website and so forth.
Yep.
And we're going to support the awareness of that you exist, that we exist, and people who want to be on your show. So we have all these members, good messages to share, and so they can become part of your show as well.
Right.
So there's that which we haven't thought of yet.
Right.
But as a partnership, it is supporting each other and reaching their goals.
Yes, amazing. And then just sort of talking about each other at all the events that we do as well.
Yes.
So it's
visibility.
Increasing our visibility. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Now you yourself, Cheryl Millett, Cheryl Millett, are a health champion. So what exactly is that? What is a health champion?
Yeah, I've kind of changed my titles here and there. Ages have changed depending on what presentation I'm doing. But a health champion is really championing health, good health, in many different areas. So I have the walk club.
Right.
So it's being able to bring walking as a part of a healthy lifestyle.
Okay.
And then it's presenting at the companies and being able to bring and to champion, to inspire and to bring education to them
Right.
on the various areas of health, not just nutrition, which is my background.
Right.
And so that's how I would say it's meant to be just, I championed health.
You champion
for
health, and you do,
all
and you do it
areas.
very well.
Yes.
So you deal a lot with omega-3s, and there are a lot of a lot of products out there, and a lot of supplements that claim that they have omega-3. It's on their label. So what is omega-3, and how does it help us?
Well, in any question, there's going to be always the wrong. I'll try to say it simply. Omega-3 is a buzzword. So
Okay.
it's actually essential fatty acids. And omega-3, you're going to see it in a lot of things. We see it in a lot of foods, perhaps in the labeling.
Right,
and so
right,
forth,
right.
Although a lot of them have come down for the reasons they have. But omega-3 is in every cell of our body, the essential fatty acid. So it's in every cell, and we're trillions of cells.
Right.
And there's a lot of money to be made. So I'm kind of giving you the one side of the health. It's part of every cell. It helps our brain, and therefore, because it helps and nourishes every nerve, every system is reliant on the nerve function, hormonal, immune system. So with that in mind, how global it is in our body, you're going to have a lot of interested parties business-wise. And
Right.
that's why just about any health line will have an omega-3 product.
Okay. Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
professional line and so forth. So there's a lot, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
So, and there's various forms of omega-3, and what is the difference between them?
Well, there's not a lot understood with them in a kind of a broad way, but we know EPA for heart, right? We know DHA for brain.
Right.
We can talk about pineal now. We're talking about
Yeah.
the spiritual part
Yeah.
as well. And there's another omega-3 called DPA, right? Docosapentaenoic acid.
Okay.
Not EPA and not DHA. And this is found in mammalian. And that nourishes the pituitary gland, the pineal gland, the hormones. And it's more abundant in the blood than EPA. And also in the breast milk of the mother, you'll find DPA and DHA, but not EPA.
Okay. Okay. Now, I just want to sort of go into that mammalian one. Now, the oil that's the oil with the seal blubber, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So let's talk about that. Let's
Okay.
talk about how they get that and how safe that is for the seals.
Oh, I love this question, and trust me, it comes up quite often, either in the audience or with the practitioners, because of how people feel about the seal,
Right.
the seal hunt, and whether it's the graphics of that, and there's certain parties I won't name that have brought information because I don't want to call it propaganda, but I will. So the seals have been around for a number of years. And
Right.
there's been cultures that have hunted seal for hundreds of years. It has been a staple, and they've used the whole seal. So when we talk about the fur industry, but that doesn't cover the blubber that they've used for many years. Dip their meats in, give it to the mother, the pregnant mother. And then there's the bones and there's the meat, seal flipper, what's it called? Flipper pie, which I haven't yet had. But it's supposed to be very nutritious, and still today in the various cultures, north and east, are they consuming these meat? Just like tuna, they put in a can.
Right.
So we have this regulated seal hunt that happens in the spring. So no different than any of the other hunts we can think of.
Right.
Right, there's a limit. And this happens, so there is a culling of the seals. And most people don't know that there is millions of seals. And if they don't have anything to eat, say they start eating up the fish, so almost 10 million seals, there should be about 3 million, and you have to balance it with the fish.
Right.
And then they are starting to come up on land. They're going on land, they're going in the forest, they're looking for food. They will eventually die of starvation. So the culling of the seals is necessary, no different than we do hunt the deer. And there's a number of tags to come out to keep the balance. So they are killed. And then in using the blubber for the mammalian omega-3, that gets put through the processes
and they use the
into
full
bottle.
seal.
The company owned doesn't use the whole seal, but the hunting, the way they would work is absolutely after they come in.
And it is the circle of life. At the end of the day, the circle of life. It is,
Yeah.
we are supposed to consume and eat the whole animal and use the whole animal in order to survive.
Ask permission, be grateful, thankful, and so forth. So in spirituality, when we think of we're all spiritual, there is the essence that they eat the fish, the seal, and the fish eat the plant, and so forth. But there is that circle of life. But there's no, if you just eat plant, you just eat animal, or you eat animal and plant. There's no difference. No, one's not bad.
Now, fish oil. Everybody seems to think that they need to take fish oil, especially when you start working out. Your instructors are always telling you, take fish oil, fish oil. So it seems to be very popular. Why is it not effective?
Well, this is what the doctors will tell me. They have not seen the effect with fish oil. The reason being is fish is a waste byproduct of the fishing industry. So eat fish twice a week, remember that? Well, then you have the leftover fish. So there is omega in the fish, but it's not like us. So when we're talking about fish, we're talking like a square peg and a round hole. We're mammals. So the mammalian is like and like, whereas the fish isn't. So
Right.
That's why fish oil hasn't been as effective.
And the seal is
And the
is
seal
better.
is the mammal. So the seal oil can actually, like breast milk, can actually absorb right under the tongue and go directly into the bloodstream. So now you have effective absorption and effective digestion.
Okay.
The fish oil, it has a different triglyceride molecule. I'm not going to get into the science of
Okay.
it, but there is actually science around that as to why it's different. So it's a different ratio to do with omega-6 and omega-3, the fish.
Okay.
It doesn't have DPA, whereas the mammalian does.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank
makes-
you. So how can someone contact you if they have more questions, would like to talk to you some more about it, would like to get some of the seal oil?
Yes. So they can, obviously, one of a few ways. One would be to call me at 416-413-0345. The other one would be to go to the website where all my contact information is there, and that is www.omega, O-M-E-G-A, 3, and then a small s, and then the number 4, and then you.com. So omega3sforyou.com.
Okay. Wonderful. So thank you again for coming out, and I really enjoyed the information, and it's a good thing for people to know about what's happening with the seals and how that's being used. I know I had questions, so this has answered a lot of mine, so that's great. Thank you again for coming out to the Chakra House of Healing. Please feel free to contact me, send your comments or your questions about this episode or something that you would like to see in future episodes. You can contact me at www.thechakrahouseofhealing.com and always at 647-559-3674. I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to seeing you again. As always, the Chakra House of Healing is to empower, enlighten, educate, and give you those aha moments. Thank you so much for coming out, and I'm very grateful.